Hey guys, my name is Destination. Welcome to this. I don't even know what to call this. I, I guess a little update. Uh, keep you guys informed. Uh, so, as you guys could probably tell from the title, I don't have good news. And, I mean, I guess it is good news, but in a sense, it's not really good news. Uh, in terms of the channel. But, I'll get to that. Anyways, um, basically, on Saturday, I went to my best friend's birthday party, and we were riding on four wheelers. And I really wanted to drive because I've never drove one before, and so I begged her to let me drive, at least for 10 feet. Well, not really 10 feet, 10 meters, or I don't know. I don't know really estimates. It wasn't very far where I was going to drive. Um, but I really wanted to drive one because I've never gotten to drive one. No one's ever let me drive anything like that. So uh, her uncle was there, so she let me drive it this case because she knew, I wasn't gonna stop begging her for one, and for two, she knew that if anything did happen, he was right there. So after I learned how to start it and how to make it go, the gas and stuff, you know, after I learned all that, I I turned it on, and not even 5 feet away. When I started it, I guess I went too fast, and I wasn't used to it, and I got scared. And when I was going to turn, because there was this, small, small, like tiny little, like hill indents, or whatever you call it. Um, and so I had to turn in order to avoid that, because I didn't want to, jump in the air for a bit or whatever. So while doing that, I was going too fast on a turn, and I flipped the four wheeler on its side, and it basically made us fall over and stuff. Um, of course, I got the worst of it because I was driving, but we did not get seriously injured. Um, I laid there in shock because I couldn't, I didn't, my mind was still trying to process what was happening. And, at first it was instinct to try to move the four wheeler off my legs. Of course, it wasn't entirely on my legs like it was on my best friend's legs, but, it was on, the lower part of my legs. And I tried pushing it off, but my arm started hurting, my hand started hurting, my right hand, um, which is my dominant hand, and it started hurting. So I laid back on the ground and I tried processing what was happening because it happened so quick that, honestly, I could not tell you what exactly happened, what was going on in my mind, and I honestly wouldn't be able to tell you uh, what I did if I tried going for breaks or not, because it happened so fast that even if my hand, went to brakes at one point while falling, it wouldn't have made a difference. We would have still fell. And uh, and so that was the thing that happened. Her uncle, who was watching, he ran over there and lifted the four wheeler off of us as well as she did. And I was just lying on the ground, and I found out later that she actually thought that I passed out or um, I died or something until so she was calling my name, and I just said, what, I'm right here, uh, which brought relief to her because uh, she honestly thought that I may have died or whatever, uh, where you know I was laying down because my arm hurt. It didn't hurt bad, but I knew, like, oh my god, I honestly do not want to get up. And that was literally what was going through my head. So finally, when I did get up, or got up with whatever strength I had, uh, her uncle was like, "Are you okay?" He checked out the hand, and I was able to move it. Of course, it hurt when I moved it, but I was still able to move it, so it wasn't broken uh, or anything. So he was like, "How about you get back on it? How about you drive around for a little, so that you're not still scared of it and you'd actually get back on it." So I got back on the four-wheeler. He turned the settings down to lowest settings where I couldn't go that fast. Like I can barely. He made it to where I could barely go like 2 miles per hour. Which was good because I didn't want to injure myself again. I didn't want to feel scared to like get back on something and accidentally go too fast. So I drove around for a little bit with better luck, and I feel more confident about driving a four-wheeler now. I feel like I know how to now. And then, like, my best friend showed me how to turn, and I drove the four-wheeler back to the house. I felt comfortable enough to do that. And then I went inside, I had ice put on it, and then I was given medicine and stuff to help with the pain. Basically, I was in good hands, pretty much, while I was at this birthday party. And despite, uh, my best friend still having guests at the party, uh, she made sure that I was okay. And, her family made sure I was okay. And her family is basically my family. That's the kind of relationship I really have with them. Because they're basically my family, and we're really close, and they treat me like I'm part of their family, which is really nice. So I stayed the night with my best friend that night, and I couldn't sleep because I was in pain. That night I had a TV dinner, and it was hard for me to eat with my right hand, like pick up the fork and actually pick things up with the fork without it falling onto my lap. So I got frustrated. And I'm the kind of person who likes doing things on my own. I don't like asking for help. So I basically lost my appetite whenever I got like so. It felt so like useless. And I know I'm not useless. I know I'm far from that, but like when you can't use the dominant hand that you're so used to using, you start feeling useless because you can't do the things that you're supposed to be able to do. And it makes you feel weak. It makes you feel like you can't do anything. Because I wasn't able to help clean up. I wasn't able to do anything really while I was there. Besides, basic functions. I couldn't even brush my hair correctly. My best friend literally had to take care of me that night. And I'm forever thankful for that because I'm not an easy person to take care of. I'm very sensitive to pain. So, anyways, I felt so useless and I felt like, I should be able to do something. So I kept trying to use my right hand, but it hurt to do so. It hurt to pick things up and grab them and stuff. I tried getting the soda from one of the boxes because she had soda at her party. And I tried getting the soda with my right hand, but I couldn't pick it up. Like, I could pick it up, but I wouldn't be able to take it out of the thing. And she was finally like, "Do you need help there?" And it's a horrible feeling because when you're used to taking care of yourself and you're used to being independent and relying on yourself, it's not easy to get help from someone else. And it honestly didn't make me feel any better when she kept blaming herself for it, even though I was the one driving. And I was the one who begged her to let me drive. She kept blaming herself, which made me feel bad because it wasn't her fault in the slightest. It was honestly my fault because I put myself and I put her life in danger. So, like, my arm was literally the worst of the injuries because it wasn't even that bad either. Like, I was still able to move and stuff. It just hurt when I did, you know. So, it kept hurting throughout the weekend. And then Monday, which is today, I don't know when you guys are going to be able to see this, but Monday, which is today, I went to the doctor's in the morning to see what was wrong. Because I figured the worst that it could be is sprained. You know, that I sprained it or whatever. So the doctor checks me out, and, you know, she tells me that there's nothing wrong with my hand or my wrist, you know, technically speaking, but that I strained a tendon in my arm that, like, controls the arm movements or whatever, or the hand movements, like whenever you pick stuff up or whatever. I can't remember exactly what she said it did, but, you know, I did a little damage to that. Like, not complete damage, like I tore it or whatever, but, like, I did a little damage to it from the fall. And it made sense because once she wrapped it up with an ace bandage tightly, it didn't hurt as bad to, you know, try to grab things or put pressure on it or to do any of that. It hurt when I wrote, when I was writing, you know, at school and stuff, and, like, there would be times when it would, you know, cramp up and hurt a little, but it wasn't as often as it was, and I was able to move it and stuff. So I was basically I basically had my elbow wrapped up and stuff like that. And I basically went to school with one of those, I can't think of the name now. One of those straps that when, you know, you hurt your arm or whatever, like, it's not a cast, but it's, I can't remember it. Like, it's one of those things that helps your arm, you know, keep straight and stuff. I'll probably think of the name later, but, I was basically in one of those all day during school, and people just kept staring at me, and of course that didn't help. And then there were people who, you know, asked what happened, and I told them what happened, you know, and they were like, well, I hope you feel better and stuff, and they were hoping that I make a quick recovery. So, basically, long story short, because I felt like I needed to tell you guys the long story. You know, I didn't want to tell you, oh, hey, I flipped a four-wheeler, I'm fine. I just strained my, I just strained a tendon in my arm. I feel like, you know, you guys are practically my family, so I feel like you guys deserve a long story, and I feel like you guys deserve a long explanation of what exactly happened, what exactly was going through my mind. That way, if I seemed a bit out of it, or you know, a sling, that's what it's called. Like, maybe it's not necessarily called a sling, but, like, you know, that's the best way I can explain it. Like, it's like a sling. Or maybe it is a sling. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember. I honestly need to take my medicine, but it, you know, I felt like you guys had to know what happened, and because this affects you guys as well, because I'm dominantly right-handed. I used to do everything with my right hand, and now I have to do it with my left hand, and only my left hand. So whenever I type and stuff, it takes longer because I'm using my left hand, and of course there's a lot of typos and stuff because I'm only using my left hand. But I feel like you guys deserve the long story, and you deserved to know, just in case I seem down or out of it or whatever, or you guys don't hear from me, which shouldn't be for much longer because I'm actually supposed to be starting. And yes, I planned this a month ago. I didn't plan this now, I planned this for like a month, like back in July. And I planned this and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. Worst comes to worst, I have, several friends who I know wouldn't mind helping me, and stuff with uploading and stuff, and I can trust them to where I can let them upload videos for me, on my channel, just in case I needed them to. But what I'm doing is from Wednesday, August 24th to Wednesday, August 31st, that's going to be known as a week of Chara. And basically, I'm going to be uploading at least one video a day for the next 7 days, not starting tomorrow, starting Wednesday. For the next 7 days, that means at least 7 new videos. Unless I upload like a really short video and then I might feel guilty and want to upload another video, but uh, but I'm still going to do it because I've been planning this for like a month, and then maybe if I'm not too terribly busy on the last day of the week of Char, I might do a live stream, and I'm hoping that a lot of you guys could attend, and stuff like that. I will link down below my Tumblr, and I'll also link down my my Ask box, and then my submissions box. That way, if you guys wanted to ask me a question or want to get to know me better, and you can, because you have a Tumblr or whatever, you can do that. And then, if you wanted to send in fan art or anything for the week of Chara, you can send in fan art, pictures, like Undertale drawings of Char that you've done. You can do fan art of the channel. You can do, voice clips, like make a cool, like, collage thing. I don't know what it's called. I can't think on top of my head. You can do, like, you can write something, just anything, and then submit it into the submission box, because I'm always on Tumblr, 24/7, so I'll be able to see it. And then depending on how many there are, or how many people decide to even submit something, I know it's in a couple of days, but like, even if you want to just make fan art for the channel, or any kind of art, that's Undertale related and related to the channel, like related to a video I've done or whatever, feel free to send it into my Tumblr and I will put it in a video if you don't mind. I would love to start showcasing your guys' art and stuff at the end of the video. I think that would be really cool. And, I still need outro music, so if you guys would like to make, like, an Undertale remix, like, the song Last Goodbye from Undertale, kind of like, maybe if you guys wanted to make, like, a remix for that for the channel, for the outro, I would love to use that. If any of you guys wanted to make, a picture for the outro, so that I'm not using the same one for both the intro of my comics and the outro of, like, all the other videos, you're more than welcome to. I mean, you don't have to, but, like, if you wanted to, and you wanted to support the channel in that way, you can. And I would love that. I would love to see your guys' art. You don't have to be talented, you know. I would just love to see what you guys can come up with, and I'd love to have you guys ask questions, because, I want to get to know you guys. I want you guys to get to know me. And I feel like the best way for you guys to do that is through my Tumblr, because I'm always on Tumblr. So if you wanted to ask me any kinds of questions, you can. I suggest following my Tumblr, because I normally post updates and drawings that I do and stuff like that. And I normally post whenever I upload a new video or a new comic dub. I will always upload it, and I will always mention the comics creators if I know them. If I know who created the comic, which 9 out of 10 times I do. There was like one time that I didn't know who made the comic, and I kind of feel bad because I didn't, I forgot to get the Tumblr that made the comic, and now I can't find who made it. So, I mean, I've tried being really good about that, trying to make sure, everything is like, credit is given everywhere. But yeah, please feel free to ask questions to my Tumblr. Links will be down below. Please submit things if you wanted to submit things. Even if it's just art like Undertale or Steven Universe art that you made or whatever. Or it doesn't have to be art, it could be music or whatever. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to see your guys' talent. I mean, if it's something you want me to show at the end of the video, just say, hey, I'd like to see this in the video if you honestly liked it. I mean, I would love to see your guys' art. I mean, I would absolutely love it. Like, the profile picture on my Tumblr was actually fan art that someone made me. And it's an Undertale version of me. So, I thought that was really cool. And I would just love that. I mean, you guys don't have to make me anything. I mean, you honestly don't. I would just love to see your guys' talents and what you guys love to do. Like, if you guys love drawing, if you guys love making music, anything. I would just love to see it. Because I would like to be more of a community. And I can't do that without your guys' help. So I would love to hear from you guys, hear your questions. It would definitely help bring up my spirits, because I'm just sitting in my room just doing nothing, because there's not much I can do with one arm. But I can type, and I can make videos, and of course I still have a voice, so, you guys will get a new video during the week of Chara every single day. But I would love to thank you guys so much. We reached 60,000 views on the channel, and that's a number that's hard to think about, because when I started, I had, well, like, not when I started, but like a long time ago, I only had like 500 views on the channel, which was very hard to believe, and it was so hard to believe. And now I have over 60,000 views, and that's so exciting. Like, 60,000 views, that's a lot. And I hope that, we keep growing, and even if we stay this size forever, I would be happy. I'm happy with this little community, and I would love to make it more of a community, because you guys are so great. And I'd love to hear what kind of comics you guys would like me to do, or anything like that. I'd love to, hear from you guys and get to know you guys better. Because I'd love to get to, with how fast we're growing now, because we're already at 128 subscribers. And I just made that 120 subscriber video. Like, heck, I made 100 subscriber milestone video back in July, and it hasn't even been a month yet. I mean, almost has, but it's barely been a month, and we're just growing so fast, and I'm so happy about that. But I would love to, since we're this small, I would love to get to know you guys better, and just get to know you guys better and become a better community. Because I feel like it's best to do that now instead of when if we ever get bigger and bigger and bigger. But I'm excited about what the future holds. And for those of you, very few of you will know why I'm doing the week of Chara, but I won't announce it until later on. Why I did it, but very few of you will know why I decided to do a week of Chara. And you guys will love it, and I'll love it, and I'm so excited. So thank you so much for listening and watching. I know not many of you guys will see this, but I'm so thankful for those of you who do watch, and whether you guys decide to watch only the comic dubs or only the games, I'm just so thankful. And there will be comic dubs, I promise. I will do the best I can. So thank you so much. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!